Hello and welcome back for another review with me, the Whisky Snob. Today you guys are in for another treat. We have, I've got a bit of a whisky tasting going on this evening. So before we start off and share the love, I thought I'd share this moment with you. Tonight I'm hosting an Ardbeg evening, so we're going through a range of Ardbeg whiskies, 7 to be in fact, 4 of which are special releases or discontinued, so you guys are getting a sneak preview. Ardbeg's a very special distillery to me. I love, it wasn't the first peated whiskey that I had, Lafroig was, but I think Ardbeg was the first peated whiskey that I fell in love with. As you can see, this one is still covered from when I had it muled from the UK. Living in the Middle East, it's always quite difficult to get your hands on exclusive releases or even discontinued bottles. So you have to rely on friends or contacts in Europe or in the UK or even in the US to be able to source things for you or to hold them for you and so on. Still Young is part of the Renaissance sort of range of Ardbeg. After they relaunched and they launched a 10-year-old, release in 2010, I believe. They brought out a whole bunch of different whiskies, pre and post. Pre-including the 10-year-old. So the distilleries closed down between 91 and 97. When it reopened, obviously they wanted to release a few different whiskies, and they had to sit and wait for the new distillation to come back online and for the liquid to mature. So what they did was they came up with 3 different whiskies. They had Very Young, Still Young, and Almost There. Unfortunately, I don't have Very Young with me this evening, but I've got Still Young and Almost There, which I'll be doing another video for shortly. I've never had this before, so this is going to be a new experience for both of us. I'm just going to wipe my brow because I'm a bit shiny. I have to excuse myself and apologise for the quality of the video. I'm actually live in the basement in the wine cellar of Boca, which is one of my favourite restaurants in Dubai. Amazing sort of Mediterranean food with lots of Spanish sort of influences, fantastic wine selection, fantastic staff, fantastic service, and really is one of my favourite places to hang out, smoke a cigar, have a drink. Everyone's really, really friendly. Right, so I'm going to get stuck into this. 56.2%. I believe this this whiskey is 8 years old, I believe. Absolutely fantastic. The colour is beautiful on this. I'm sure you can see that. Doesn't look like there's any colour to it at all. Very rich. Lots of vanilla. Oil sweets, some custard. You can definitely smell it's got a high alcohol content. It's burning the nose a little bit, but very, very well balanced. Complex. Lots going on. And some citrus. some citrus, but like pomelo or grapefruit. Well, there goes. I don't know if I'm a little bit disappointed actually on the palate. The nose was so interesting, it was so complex. And there was some sweetness on the palate, very little vanilla, but mostly just char. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love peated whiskey, otherwise I wouldn't be hosting an Ardbeg night or a peated whiskey night. But I thought there'd be more going on. Second time around, maybe a bit more. Bit of butterscotch. Salted caramel. But other than that, not much really. It's all a bit and it's not peat. The peat level is fantastic in this whiskey. It's actually a taste of charcoal. It's a little bit overpowering. I just put a couple of drops and just rinse my palate, which is quite interesting actually, because I was expecting it to be a lot more lively, a lot more green, more grassy, sort of more earthy, but actually adding those couple of drops into the whiskey has done wonders for the nose. Really opened it up. Beautiful fresh flavors, fresh aromas. On the palate, still the same. That charcoal, heavy char is still there. There is sweetness. There is some fruit and vanilla hanging in the background, but it's way too overpowered, which is kind of a shame actually. I was hoping for a richer, more sweeter sort of liquid, but I mean, look, it's still a fantastic whiskey. I mean, if someone was to serve this to me, I wouldn't complain, but I'm just, compared to what we expect from Ardbeg, and even though this was still quite, you have to remember, this was still while they had just reopened and were still bringing out new expressions of whiskey. For an 8-year-old whiskey, it's fantastic. The strength is fantastic, the flavours are good. I just wish there was maybe not as much of a char flavour on the palate. The finish is nice and warm, lingers, just keeps on going. Rich, some almost like a little bit of cinnamon stick. It just lingers right at the end of the finish. Really nice actually. Enjoyable whiskey. Would I spend a couple of £100 trying to get it into my collection again? Probably not. But loved it. Thank you, Ardbeg, and thank you guys for a very wonderful sneak peek review with me, the Whisky Snob. As always, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, please like our Facebook page, facebook.com/the Whisky Snob. And if you guys are cigar smokers, please check out our other page as well, Tailored Stash on Facebook, Tailored Stash on Instagram, and tailoredstash.com on the net. As always, cheers.